How to apply for a German student visa. Once you've checked all requirements and prepared the necessary documents, you are ready to apply for a German student visa. These are the general steps you need to follow. Locate the closest German embassy or consulate. Use this list of German embassies worldwide or search on Google to find the one nearest to you. Most embassies have an official website, ending in diplo.de, where you can find the latest information and their physical address. Review the requirements and procedures. Check the embassy's website for the requirements and appointment steps that apply to your country. Review all the information carefully before moving on to setting an appointment. Set up a visa appointment. Next, schedule the appointment as instructed by the embassy or consulate. Most have an online appointment booking portal, but some may also accept appointments by email or phone call. We recommend scheduling your appointment as early as possible since some countries receive a high volume of applicants. Prepare and double-check documents. Double-check all visa documents to make sure they're in order. If you follow instructions clearly, you won't need to pay any consultants or agencies to help. Prepare for your visa interview. The interview is the last step of the visa process. You can prepare by reviewing these common student visa questions. You should also have €75 with you, €35.50 for minors, to pay the processing fee. Keep the receipt after paying. Now, all you have to do is wait for the official decision on your visa status. When to apply for a German student visa. The best time to apply for a student visa is right after you receive the acceptance letter and made sure you've got the funds to study in Germany. Most people who have applied for a German student visa suggest that the best time to apply is around 3 months before starting your studies. Germany student visa processing time. Visa processing time depends a lot on the country and the German embassy or consulate where you apply. Approximately, it takes up to 25 days to get a decision on the application. However, if they're handling a lot of applications, it can sometimes take up to 3 months. This is why it's best to apply as early as possible so you're on the safe side. How to get a student residence permit in Germany. Most international students who want to stay in Germany longer than 90 days need to apply for a student residence permit. This permit lets you live, study, and work part-time in Germany. A German residence permit is not to be confused with a visa. You need the visa to enter the country, whereas the permit is obtained after you arrive here. Here are all the steps to obtaining a student residence permit in Germany. Find your permanent accommodation. Since it is a requirement for the permit, you need to establish long-term accommodation within 2 weeks of arriving in Germany if you haven't already done so. Register at the local residence office once you're settled in your new residence and have signed a rental agreement or other relevant contract. You need to register your address at the residence registration office, Einwohnermeldeamt. The registration process is called Anmeldung, and the address registration certificate you receive after is called Meldebescheinigung or Anmeldebestätigung. You need to have these documents with you: valid passport or national ID, with a valid visa if applicable. Rental contract. A confirmation letter from your landlord specifying your address. Enroll in your chosen academic program. The next step is enrolling at the university or school where you'll be studying. You need to submit these documents to your school's online portal or student affairs office, Studentensecretariat, application for enrollment, online or printed, national passport, national ID card with a valid visa, if applicable, letter of acceptance from the university, proof of statutory health insurance in Germany, German university entrance qualification or equivalent recognized qualification. When you're done, you will receive a certificate of enrollment, Immatrikulationsbescheinigung. You'll need this for the permit as well. Apply for a residence permit for studies. Now for the residence permit application process. If you have a visa, you need to apply for the residence permit in due time before the visa expires. To get your permit, you need to make an appointment at the local foreigner's office, Ausländerbehörde, and start preparing the application documents. Appointments are usually set online through the Foreigner's office website. What are the requirements for a student residence permit in Germany? Here is a checklist of documents you need for a student residence permit in Germany. Completed application form. The residence permit application form is called Antrag auf Verteilung eines Aufenthaltstitels in German. As an example, here is the application form for Munich. Passport, national ID card. Showing a valid entry visa, if you need a visa to enter Germany. Documents showing your permanent address in Germany. Confirmation of city registration. The registration certificate, Meldebescheinigung, from the residence registration office. Proof of residence certificate. In German, this is the Wohnungsgeberbestätigung or Wohnungsgeberbescheinigung. Your landlord should fill it out and sign it. Recent passport type photographs. Proof of enrollment in studies. Proof of financial subsistence. Send the same documents you provided when you applied for the visa. For details on how to show finances if you don't need a visa, please take a look at this guide. Application fee. The application fee for a German residence permit depends on the city, town, and whether you're applying for the first time or extending it. The first issuance fee is around €100 for adults and €50 for minors.